Going to the Joint Water Sewer Commission meeting today in Brunswick.
This month or this past month, we had 14 inches of rain. I think we got 48 inches a year. On average, just for 1 month, we had 14 inches. So that reflected on the treatment plants. Cannon Creek plant was like a little over 100% of its maximum flow. Dunbar and Black Rock plant, and South Shores, we got to commend our staff for keeping the Cannon Creek running, even though it's 96% capacity and Dunbar is at 102% capacity. We did remain pretty much in permanent without a couple of things, but that's to be expected. It was those kind of rain.
In the Finance Committee, we went over the same 4 items there, which were approvals for expenditures. And in addition to that, we also had our financial report, which is obviously towards the beginning of the year. And the numbers all look good at this point. What happens is at the beginning of the year, there are a lot of purchase orders are done for 12 months. And so the numbers kind of look skewed because it's really for the whole year, but they go down each month as they're actually paid out. So in addition to that, we got an update on the audit, which is Mr. Owens, the audit aura, right? You're in. Anyway, the preliminary numbers are out, and it looks like we have some money left over in the budget from last year, which we'll be carrying over, and we'll be looking for a place to use that for the best benefit of the utility. And the audit should be done sometime next month.
Correct.
And going well. Numbers moving back and forth, but and also the other thing we talked about is the fact that the Federal Reserve reduced the interest rate by 50 basis points, which is equivalent in the real world to a half percentage point. And that may have an effect in terms of our future investments and things. It may have an effect on bond prices, but probably more of an effect on other prices, maybe some other prices that go down. So, but we had a good meeting, and it was not that long considering we accomplished a lot. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir. We're required by our NPDES permits of 3 wastewater plants to maintain what is known as a watershed protection plan that does upstream and downstream sampling in both dry and wet weather for a variety of different constituents to consider the impacts of both point and non-point source solution on the water bodies. This plan has been maintained for us for several years by Integrated Science and Engineering out of Savannah. They provide the sampling, analysis, and reporting requirements for us. We've been very pleased with their work, and we would like to continue that relationship for another year. These are budgeted items in the 3 individual wastewater plants. Annual operating budgets of combined amount to do these plans is $79,275. This was presented and recommended for approval by both the Facilities and Finance Committees yesterday.
Commission award a contract to Integrated Science and Engineering for fiscal year 2025 watershed protection plans in the amount of $79,275.
Second.
Our Systems Pumping and Maintenance Division, which maintains the sewer lift stations throughout the county, utilizes electric cranes mounted on the back of trucks to lift pumps out of the holes, the wet wells that they're in, particularly at the submersible stations. Typically, there's just a wet well to replace purchase these new cranes for both purchase and installation from Dealer Vehicle Accessories is $54,800.
Cranes in the amount of $54,800 from DVA Fleet Dealer Vehicle Accessories.
I'll second the motion.
Any questions?
As far as these are actually under budget from what we.
Under budget, the budgeted amount in the fiscal year 25 budget was $70,000.
So a nice surprise. And that includes the installation.
That includes installations.
All right, do we need to take the trucks to them?
We will take the trucks to them, and then they will install them, and then they'll call us when they're ready for us to go pick them back up.
Ground exercise, Mr. Moore.
Yes, sir. Our water distribution crews are responsible for maintaining and exercising valves throughout our water distribution system. These are inline valves that allow us to isolate sections as necessary to perform maintenance on the water lines. The existing valve exerciser was purchased by the city of Brunswick in 2006 and is no longer functional, and we cannot get replacement parts for it anymore. The budgeted amount in the fiscal year 25 budget for this new valve exerciser was $80,000. This is the first capital equipment item that has came in over budget. The cost to purchase a new valve exerciser from the Sourcewell contract at $86,790.15 from Vermeer Southeast Sales and Service. This will allow us to exercise valves. It also has a vacuum capability to remove debris from valve box risers and things like that as mud and other debris fill those valve in, so we can make sure these valves are exercised and we can set the amount of torque that we put on so we don't break valves trying to exercise them when they get in our body.
Mr. Burrows, is there some sort of training with this, or they have a training package that they send along or something?
I don't know if there's anything specifically training about it when they deliver it. Obviously, they'll go through the material with us, and we can of course request that at that time.
And the benefits of this?
The plant contains 4 pump bases at the inflow wet well, 4 pumps that sit on bases at the inflow wet well. We ordered 2 new pumps in September of last year that were delivered in early May. Part of the condition for ordering the pumps that we had were they were supposed to match the existing bases. Upon installation of one of the new pumps, they will not properly seat onto the bases, and it's causing blow-by on that pump. The pump will still run, but we're losing efficiency through that. The manufacturer of the pump's flight has continually tried to come up with a solution in order to eliminate the concerns with the bases. They cannot do that successfully, so they have provided us with new bases and the reducers to go from the discharge pipe to the group to actually remove the old bases, put the new bases and reducers in that are being provided by flight, and then also to install new guide rails. So the quote from BRW Construction for the installation of all 4, we're going to do 2 right now and 2 at a later date, is $55,465. They're currently doing pre-cleaning and inspection services, so you'll see some contractor trucks out in the basin around downtown Brunswick doing that. And this week they started the Brunswickville sewer extension project, so those are 2 new projects that we've gotten kicked off in earnest this week.
And the staff that's been working a lot of very hard work getting some of the things that, finding areas where there's problems, where water is getting into our system and making the corrections on that. And I know it's been a very big effort, along with the people at the wastewater treatment plants and coordinating that. And I want to commend all of them for the extra work they've done.
Thank you.
Went to the joint water sewer meeting today. They did really good. Got it done quick. Got a lot accomplished. Got a lot of things in motion. Good job, joint water. I want you to notice the packet they gave me at the joint water sewer meeting. It's really thick. They're really thorough. Look how thick that is. It's like probably about 40 pages of information about everything they're talking about. The most thorough packet I've seen at any meeting so far.